I have a Prius here and I'm trying to set up a catalytic converter protection device. I've installed many of these. Sometimes they get defeated. So if someone has the protection plate under here, this is a Gen 3, and the catalytic converter gets stolen anyway. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add something. I have the plate, but additionally I have another thing I'll show you. So the catalytic converter's in this spot way up in here, and the plate kind of protects the back of it, but the problem is they can just cut farther back, so there's no end to where the cutting the back part of it needs to be protected. So the problem, in my opinion, is the front. There's 2 bolts in there. There's one, the other deep in there, and I'll show it from the side here. So it's that bolt with the spring on it. So what I want to do is protect that bolt. So what I see happening is people have the plate on, but they still use a really long extension and undo those bolts and then just chop behind the plate. So if you could make it so no long extension will be able to get in there. And additionally, I've seen where they chop the bolt in this gap here. So I want to put a little piece of stainless that goes over this and over the head, or steel or something. So I'm gonna just weld a little piece on there. Okay, so I have an Allen wrench zip tied on there, which I'll tack to or weld to the bolt and then to the flange, so it'll protect against cutting from the side as well as turning the bolt. So it is quite difficult access. I'm not getting a really beautiful weld, but it is gonna be secure. I'm gonna just get a little bit more glob on there. Whoa. All right, so I got the plate on there, and then in addition I have this guy, that Allen wrench, that keeps that bolt from turning as well as makes it harder to cut it from the side. And here's the setup I like to use for drilling these holes. You can do this with a floor jack on your driveway as well, but it's really hard to drill upwards. So I get the drill going and then I just give it some sort of a upside down drill press essentially. And it's real easy to punch through this metal with the jack putting the pressure. That was easy, comparatively. You know, I'm sure there's even better ways to protect these things, but there's a little extra on this one. I hope it'll slow the thieves down. If they do attempt to steal this, it'll make it difficult enough that they'll just move on.